You ever watch an anime and see a character that has a lot of aura in the verse? You go around, you go online, you talk to your friends, and this character just has aura. Everyone likes them or respects them. But when you actually look at what they accomplished in their series, you would realize they're actually a bum. And in this video, we're gonna find some bums that have aura. And we're starting off with Naoya Zenin.
Yeah, so talking about bums with aura, I think this is the poster boy of bums with aura. Fresh out the gate, you meet this character. He's gonna be trying to be the new head of the Zenin clan. He's the strongest member that is alive that isn't Fushiguro. Looks cool, handsome. He comes out the gate. Oh my god, 2v1 against Yuji and Chozo. And he's got that hair flip while fucking hitting Chozo, and it's awesome. Oh my god. And he ends up losing that fight. First person in history to get a meme made out of where it looks like he's got aura, winning a fight just to lose it. And not only that, but then his second appearance, all he does is hit his little mosquito bites on Maki and still fucking gets one shot again. Just another L. He's 0-2. And if you're a manga reader, you know that 0-2 doesn't really change. He is the definition of a bum with aura. Naoya Zenin, unfettered ass, just he's the poster boy. When you think of bums with aura, you think of Naoya. When you think of a fucking aura farmer, you think of Piccolo. You think of Gurren Lagann. When you think of a bum, you think of useless people like Hercule from Dragon Ball Z. And then when you think of a bum with aura, that's Naoya Zenin. What do you got for us for a bum with aura, X?
Yeah, so before I get into my bum, you're right. They have to actually be a bum in their series. I'm going to bring this up now just because we're on JJK. Yuta Akotsu is not a bum. They need to stop with his slander. The joke is funny, but he has zero bum criteria. That slander's crazy, bro. So we're moving on to a bum. A bum in Naruto. So there was a character, if you watch Naruto, specifically and most importantly at the beginning, pre-Shippuden, her name was Anko. If you don't know who she is, I'm gonna tell you. And if you watch Naruto, you know who she is because her setup was crazy. When you meet her, you find out very quickly she's a former student of the current main antagonist of the entire series. She has a curse mark. You realize how strong a curse mark is when Sasuke gets it and he cannot control it. So you just see this girl and you're like, okay, she's gonna pop off eventually in the series. So the series goes on and she does nothing in the original series, and then they go on to Shippuden, and then she's doing nothing for the entirety of the series, and then all of a sudden she just gets kidnapped and used as a plot device for Edo Tensei so Kabuto can improve Edo Tensei and make it stronger. So they hyped up this character that has a connection to the main antagonist, and they do nothing in the series but aura farm. And this time I'm gonna have to go out the series because if you played the Naruto games, especially Class of Ninja, she was strong in those games, man. She was a very strong character. So even when you play video games of Naruto, she was popping off. So you're waiting for her to do something in the show, and she does nothing except get captured. And then in the war, she didn't even contribute. She got captured and then tossed aside for the rest of the war. And then you don't see her for the rest of the series until Boruto, where they just decided she's fat now. She's out of shape. That's it. She's done being a ninja. The war is over. Time to get fat. Time to get lazy. That's it. Her whole arc, she accomplished nothing. Student of the former main antagonist to retired lady who's overweight. What happened? She had so much aura, but she literally did nothing. She's a bum. That's all we got for Anko.
Yeah, they're doing our female characters dirty, bro. We gotta talk about how Kishimoto's the original misogynist. That's crazy.
He does bad, man. He does real bad.
And for our final bum with aura, we got a controversial one, but nonetheless, pretty true.
It's not. I don't know. He could be controversial. He could not be. See, the thing is, there's a lot we know about him, and there's a lot of stuff that keeps getting added to him. They're stat padding him after he died. The one I'm talking about is Ace from One Piece. Because when we first find him, when we first meet him, oh, Luffy's brother. Oh, he got the flame fruit. Oh, he's Whitebeard's second in command. Oh, not second in command, second in the fleet. And then he goes out, he's trying to find Blackbeard. Everyone tells him, no, don't do it. No, you're gonna die, or you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get captured. He's like, nah, don't worry. I got this. And then what happens? He meets Blackbeard. And he ends up getting jumped by all of Blackbeard. But yes, he got jumped. That's how he lost. But what we know later on, if you read the manga, if you saw later in the anime, you know that his stats, his whole kit was crazy. He got all forms of hockey. He's able to go one-on-one with Yamato. He's able to go one-on-one with Jinbei. All these people that could have easily taken out Blackbeard and their crew at the time of Ace's capture. And so he gets captured, and what happens? There's a whole war that breaks out to try to save him. And what happens? Everybody's either dying, they're getting defeated. They ended up saving him in the end. And as everything is starting to calm down a little bit, they're running away. Luffy and him, they're like, all right, Ace, good, let's get out. As they're leaving, Akainu just hits him with a yo daddy joke. Be like, listen, yo daddy's so weak. He's dead. And Ace is like, what did you say? And then boom. It's turned into a fucking donut.
Damn, he's a victim of a yo daddy joke.
Listen. We thought yo mama jokes were crazy, but yo daddy jokes, according to Ace, can't handle it. Also, don't forget about the fight between Ace and another bum in the series, Smoker. They had a stalemate, and the Smoker is basically just a jobber of One Piece.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. We was talking about misogynist, and then we go straight into One Piece. They're telling me Oda is a little bit misogynistic. I don't know.
That's a topic for a different day. Let's not go those waters.
We're not going there. But if we had to rank these three characters from who's the biggest bum with aura to who is the least bum with aura out of these three specifically, what would you be your ranking?
Well, obviously, like I said, I have a pretty good argument for the poster child. Like, bums with aura, when they go to the dictionary, it's got to be Naoya Zenin. Like, there is no one else that, like, he is definition.
I think he is the biggest bum with aura in this video. Who's number two, though?
I don't know. You made a good argument for Anko. She kind of is. She was a bum with aura. She came in, she read the exams, mad crazy snake lady type girl, and it's like, whoa. And then irrelevant, low key. But Ace, he's getting glazed post death.
They keep adding to his stats after he dies.
And not only
Yeah.
I feel like Sabo's low key an OC original character. They're like, maybe we shouldn't have killed Ace. We got to bring him back. Here's Luffy's third secret brother. Nah, that's all jokes. But what do you guys think? Do you have any other bums with aura? Let us know in the comments. I've heard that Bleach actually has a lot of them, so I'd like to see some of them. If you know it doesn't even have to be from anime, even from like real shows or even in real life. Do you know any sports players? But that's we're the Breathers, and I hope you enjoyed our videos.